Mm. Clarity is one of those states that perhaps you could say all human beings inspire or aspire towards. Clarity is a state that all human beings aspire towards. And in these times of great uncertainty and great unknown, it can really shake our usual clarity. It can send us into a place of great unknown and confusion and fear. And so, what these times need is a new kind of clarity, which is actually an old clarity and a clarity that comes from wholeness. So, that's what I would like to explore in our meditation today. In our culture, clarity is often seen as a state of knowing, a state of certainty, a state of understanding. And generally, we're referring to our mental state. But the clarity I believe that we're working towards together is, is a clarity of the heart and a clarity of the body, which together with the clarity of the mind creates this clarity that comes from our wholeness and that is able to hold the unknown, that is able to hold chaos and confusion. And so that's where we will be orienting towards today. And so, of course, in order to access this new clarity, it requires us to come more deeply into our hearts and into our bodies. And week after week, that's what we do here together. We acknowledge that we are beings that have many, many ways of knowing. And we're inviting them to come back online so that we can experience life from our wholeness. And so that we can experience that clarity that comes from living from every part of our being. So just allowing yourself to settle into your chair here and just letting your body rest, acknowledging that there is a body here, there is a human being here, that we are not trying to escape our humanity, that our humanity is in fact the way. And so the very first, very simple thing that we do is we acknowledge that there is this physicality right here in this chair, in this seat, and that it's resting on the physicality of the earth, which is providing for our every need. And we don't connect to this as a concept, but as an actual felt sense of weight, of feeling solidity beneath us, maybe behind us, of feeling our clothes brushing our skin. And just being persistent with coming back to that again and again, even when I'm not encouraging you to do it, when you find that you have escaped into the world of the mind. To do that with gentleness, with kindness, with compassion for yourself, but to really commit to this intention, to really step into your humanity. Meditation is not about escaping your humanity. It's about stepping into this body, this life, this moment with the fullness of your being. So come on down into your legs, into your feet, into your buttocks. Feel the aliveness there when you bring your attention there. Whether it feels comfortable or uncomfortable, it is aliveness, it is sensation, it is communication from the body. So listen, open. So keep your attention there in the lower half of the body, or if you find it floating back up, just bring it back down. It's a practice. And we let go of analyzing what it is that we're noticing. It's just a direct experience without any added interpretation. And before long, the pulse of the breath will be quite obvious to you, as it's pretty much the only thing that's moving in your body, or at least that you can really sense. Of course, your blood is moving and there's all kinds of cellular activity. Of course, it's just an incredible array of movements happening. But in terms of what you can feel, the breath is quite obvious. So connect to that. It is a touch point for your human experience, for your physical experience. Get to know your breath, get to know its language, befriend it in its many, many, many states. Your breath is here for you. So it's a state of kind of leaning back and listening to the song of the breath. That's it. And the breath can help to lead you even more deeply into your physical experience as it presses up against tissue when it expands. as it empties out, which gives its own set of sensations and experiences, oftentimes a kind of descending, a dropping as it empties out, a lifting and rising, expanding as it fills up. And we listen with a quiet mind, one that doesn't need to follow the movement of thought, that is completely content in the stillness and in the silence, and in the gentle lull of the breath. And then begin to include, if you're ready, just more of the body beyond the obvious sensations related to breath. Maybe expanding awareness into the shoulders, down the arms, into the hands, to the belly, the pelvis. Feeling the breath ripple up through the spine and connecting to the back body, the neck. The head as it gently, gently sways on the very apex of the spine. And if you're battling with the mind, let's just take a moment here to acknowledge the mind, to see where it's at today, to acknowledge whether it's busy or quiet or caught in a particular story groove. And we just, okay, yes, that's here. Sometimes that can be enough to sort of send it more into the background. I see you, I acknowledge you, but I'm engaging with something different right now. And you can continue to use that breath as a touch point when you feel a little bit disconnected. Let's also take a moment to turn towards our emotional body to acknowledge any emotions that may either be showing up in this moment or maybe have been in our field recently. And regardless of what we label them, let's focus primarily on how those emotions express in our body, where they live, how they feel. I see you. I acknowledge you. You are allowed to be here. You have a right to be here. You are welcome, even. Notice any areas of heightened energy activity in your body, perhaps starting with the center line where all of the chakras are located. Just noticing if any one particular center is particularly active. And again, acknowledging. Thank you for all of what you do to create flow, clarity, health, well-being in my system. I bow to you and I dedicate myself to getting out of the way so that you can do what it is that you are divinely designed to do for me. So when we back away from everything that is unfolding in our being right now, when we completely let go of control, when we acknowledge the sacredness of everything that is unfolding right now without any effort whatsoever on our part, and there is a natural falling into, you could say, a sense of relaxation, a sense of spaciousness, a sense of presence. And so let's settle here for a while and allow ourselves to steep in this sense of relaxation. The sense of spaciousness and presence. And any other quality that you feel welling up from within you. Could be joy, could be love, peace. These are just words that describe an inner state. And so that's what's most important, not so much the words. And now, with a beginner's mind, drop the word or allow the word clarity to drop into your field like a pebble dropping from above into a pond. So the word is coming from above your head, it's dropping into your being, and you're letting go of all of the definitions you've had of clarity in the past, and you're just letting the word drop in. And as it drops through your being, it may pause in the head area. It may continue down to the heart area and pause there or stay there. Or it may continue either further down into the belly. Either way, we are aligning, connecting with a word which is just letters, but it is beyond that, it's an energy. So we're aligning, connecting to clarity and just allowing ourselves to feel that relationship with that word, and to let it perhaps show us something new about what it holds. What is clarity in this moment of presence and relaxation and spaciousness? Is clarity available to you in this moment? Is it possible that the most potent clarity is available to us when we land in the only moment we have, which is now? That in the only moment that we have, in the expansion of the heart and the mind, all possibilities are here, and there is clarity in that. And we have more of our being available to us to meet that moment with fullness. And that even when the mind isn't clear, the heart can be clear, the body can be clear, the energy can be clear. So all of the parts of our being really need to join together for the type of clarity that can really serve us in our lives.